Good evening, everyone. My name is Helene, and I have known Ellie and Francis, or Franny, as I call him, and I think it's caught on, for nearly 13 years, as we all went to university together. On the 17th of September, 2012, we all sat together in the same lecture theater when during our law induction. The presenting professor told us, look to your left, look to your right, because you may have just seen your soulmate for the first time. And it's been a real privilege to witness Ellie and Francis making this special age-old law school tradition and prophecy come true.
Francis and I have only been dating 9.5 years, so as you can tell, we really did rush into it. But I won't tease him too much, mainly because I've already embarrassed him by telling everyone that he brought his Xbox to the wedding. So, teasing done, I will just say a quick few thank yous. I have quite a few to get through, so I'd like to start by saying thank you to our amazing venue and our suppliers. You guys have been fantastic and made planning a wedding look like a walk in the park, so thank you so much. I'd like to say a very big thank you to all of you for being here today. I know that some of you have travelled really quite far to be here, and we really appreciate the effort and just showing up for us and celebrating us, so thank you. But thank you to Francis, without whom we would not be here today because I wanted to elope. So thank you for being your sweet, nerdy, and dare I admit it, funny self. And thank you for sticking by me, particularly through the tough times, and for growing with me. I hope this day and this marriage are everything you've dreamed of, my love. So with that, I'd just like everyone to give a big round of applause to all of you for being here and to our amazing venue and staff. Thank you.
I met roughly when we were about 12 years old at school. We were two very different people, but we somehow found each other in the chaos of secondary school. Ellie was definitely the hardworking nerd, so to speak, and I was a little bit more of an emo, Twilight-obsessed kind of oddball with severe dyslexia. But from the very beginning, Ellie stood out not just for how bright she was, but also how deeply and quietly she cared for those around her. Over the nearly 20 years I've known Ellie, one thing has always remained constant: her unwavering loyalty and gentle encouragement, and her ability to love people exactly as they are. Ellie is the kind of person that sees the best in you even if you can't see it yourself, and she never stops showing up for you no matter who you are. True love isn't always about completing each other. It is about standing beside each other, equal, steady and kind. It's golden. And as Taylor Swift has said, I once believed love would be burning red, but it's golden like daylight. So let's raise a glass to Ellie and Francis and to the golden life that is ahead of them.
I figured it was quite funny how Ellie always described her friend Adele as the friend and not the singer. Every time she'd say, "Oh, Adele told me this," and the friend, not the singer. Which would have been, I felt like, at the time of writing the speech, would have been a harder act to follow. But given that, I'm kind of a little bit. I remember the first time you introduced me to Ellie. We were at this nice, lovely bar in Russell Square, I think. And it was kind of clear then that how you guys felt about each other and how we would end up here. Like it was inevitable that we'd end up here celebrating your union together. And just seeing the two of you today, even at the ceremony itself, I felt overwhelming joy, because it's been a long time coming, like a TV show that will they, won't they kind of finally did. So really, just to end it, I just think congratulations, really. I mean, I hope you have a happy, wonderful life together. I hope I'm part of that life as a roommate. Yeah, I guess if anyone wants to raise a glass a second time, and we can toast the couple. Happy. Cheers. See, I said it'd be short.
Tell me, do the seasons change? In your mind, coming in with the rain. Tell me, does it feel like home? Let it in, let it go on now. Pull it close to give it up somehow. Tell me, do you stay the same? If you could just see me now, would you believe it now? Clouds breaking, the sky spilling over. I'm coming clean in the water. You were just holding out for everything you got now. Come closer, you can lean on my shoulder. We're coming clean in the water.
Eleanor, I give you this ring
as a sign of our marriage
as a sign of our marriage
and a symbol of my love and commitment.
and a symbol of my love and commitment.
That's it, just keep that.
It's there. There we go.
Excellent, perfect. Eleanor, please take the ring that you're presenting to Francis
Francis, I give you this ring
as a sign of our marriage
as a sign of our marriage
and a symbol of my love and commitment.
and a symbol of my love and commitment.
Okay, thank you, Eleanor. Pop that on. Perfect fit. Thank you. Stay holding hands for a moment.
If you could just see me now, would you believe it now? Clouds breaking, the sky spilling over. I'm coming clean in the water. You were just holding out for everything you got now. Come closer, you can lean on my shoulder. We're coming clean in the water.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Helene, and I have known Ellie and Francis, or Franny, as I call him, and I think it's caught on, for nearly 13 years, as we all went to university together. On the 17th of September 2012, we all sat together in the same lecture theater when during our law induction. The presenting professor told us, look to your left, look to your right, because you may have just seen your soulmate for the first time. And it's been a real privilege to witness Ellie and Francis making this special age-old law school tradition and prophecy come true. I could tell you more about Franny's long looks in Ellie's direction during classes, or about how Ellie would routinely and purposefully engineer an empty seat next to her in her criminal law tutorials. A seat ready to be filled by Franny as soon as he would walk into the room. But instead, I would like to skip forward to the week when Ellie and Francis started dating officially, as I have recently found an old Facebook chat between me and Franny, which illustrates the chemistry which these two have had since the beginning. Almost 10 years ago, I messaged Francis in a frenzy. Francis, are you dating Ellie? He sees my message, he doesn't respond, which is very unusual for him. So I text again, come on, don't leave me hanging. He responds, Yes, Helene, I have been dating Ellie since Monday. How did you know? So I say to him, ... many dots. Christina, our common friend from university, told me. She is in China and she found out before me. You two are two brightly shining lights that will only shine even more brightly together as you walk as one into the future. Thank you very much for sharing this day with us. I love you very much. I always will. God bless you and congratulations.
Before I start my speech, I'd just like to say, I've been reminded to say thank you to those who've travelled a great distance to be here. So we've had some from Bulgaria, we've got some family from Czech Republic, and someone who takes the cake is, whoever he is, has come from the States. There it is. So you won that competition. And of course our family who's visited from Italy. But indeed a big thank you to all of you for making it to this special day. So for those of you who don't know who I am Francis' brother Lawrence. So it's safe to say that I've known him my entire life, which fact I think, Francis, more specifically, is I've known you for 7,974 days. Now, this day today is the 15th of April to all of us, but to Francis it is the 105th day of the year, which means there is 261 days left. Now, I do apologise if some of you won't understand these references, but Francis will. And being his brother, he is definitely my sole target for this speech. But I'd share one more little experience, and this was, so precisely 6,644 days ago, or 18 years ago, which was your work experience when he was 14. And he was working for our dad's agent. And something that struck to me when I was chatting to Dad about this, how it was, because at the time I was going to do mine a few years later, of course. And Michael, who's the name of the agent, he said to my dad, he said, I never would have guessed that Francis looking to him is someone who speaks 4 languages. And that isn't for lack of ability, but merely lack of advertisement. Francis, in a word, is humble. He doesn't display his strengths, he doesn't try and put himself on a pedestal, but he knows his strengths and he's very comfortable just to leave them inside and let the qualities speak for themselves. So in a whole, I say, Francis, if your brotherhood is any sign of what your marriage will look like, Ellie, you're in very good hands. So I invite you all to applaud, please, for the bride and groom. Congratulations again.
I'm guessing, Lawrence, you didn't write that down, did you? Because you wouldn't have been able to read it if you had. Good. All right. I don't really know how to follow that. I thought I had the easy job as the groom, going last, just saying the thank yous, but that were a wonderful bunch of speeches. So I invite you all to applaud everyone again for their wonderful speeches. When we first met, we bonded on, to show you how eclectic taste, we bonded on the love of the animated film Frozen, general literature, and Iron Maiden. So a bit of a curveball, a few curveballs thrown there. And I want to thank Ellie. So I'm not the most patient, but Ellie is definitely extremely patient. And when you spend 9.5 years with me, and that's not even living together, so imagine how patient she's going to have to be when we live together. So I want to thank you always for your patience, your kindness. These 9.5 years have been a wonderful journey. That was a temporary journey, transient, bits here and there. Now this is our forever journey. And I cannot wait to take this forever journey with you for the rest of our lives. So if I could please propose a toast to my lovely wife. And thank you very much. Thank you.